my name is David, and this is the Tech Zone. Today we're going to take a look at Asus Zenbook 15. This is a laptop with an incredible display. It's almost no bezels, and still we have a Windows Hello camera. This laptop has an Whiskey Lake i5 processor, and it's paired with an GTX 1050 Max-Q graphic card. So what I'm going to test today is two quite heavy games. It's Witcher 3 Wild Hunt and Cry Primal. This one has 8 GB of RAM. The i7 version has 16 GB of RAM, but I think it's enough for almost every game you are playing. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel already, I would appreciate if you take your time and subscribe, because I'm almost at 1000 subscribers, and it would be very nice to reach that goal within some days. So yeah, let's move on and see how the games perform on this laptop. So let's start up the first game. It's Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, and after that one it will be Cry Primal. Both of these games are quite demanding, and it will be very interesting to see how they perform on this low-spec device. The GTX 1050 Max-Q is probably 10% slower than the standard GTX 1050. So it's not a powerful setup. Yeah, we will see how if we can take it up to medium settings or not. So let's move on. Video settings, graphics, and you can see low settings, full HD. That maybe it's too demanding to have full HD, but we will have to see. So let's go back and start up the game. So you can see the frame count in the upper right corner, and standing here you can see it's high 50s and up to 60 frames per second. But let's take him out for a run and see how it performs. You see still high 50s, and sometimes the frame count drops to 54, 55. But this is playable. It's definitely playable. So yeah. So you can find some beasts to fight against. See, still good frame counts. But I guess the real test would have been in a city or something with more characters. But yeah, let's change the settings to more demanding, like medium settings, and we still have a full HD, but this should set back the frame counts, but we will have to see how it performs. You can see right at the beginning here we have frame counts down to 45, and I don't know what you think. Please leave a note in the comments section below of what you think is playable. This is not an FPS game, and there you really need to have the frame counts and to be able to play games like that. But for me it's maybe on the lower side. So you can see that the frame counts constantly around 45, 47. So let's change the resolution to a bit down to 1360 times 768. Let's see if this will help. So resuming game, and you can see it. Yeah, now we are at 60 frames per second. But I don't know. Lowering the resolution and play on higher settings, I don't know if that's really interesting, because you can set to high settings also, but with a low resolution I think you lose some of the joy to play this game. But I don't know what you think. Is this a solution, or is higher resolution and lower settings the way to go in this case? Yeah, okay, that was Witcher Wild Hunt, and now we are going to continue with Far Cry Primal. So this game is a little bit more demanding, and we are going to change the resolution to 1366 times 768, and the rest of the settings will be on low settings. So as you can see, low settings, and let's try this. So this works fine, as you can see. It's around 60 frames per second. Let's move around a bit and see if the frame count is good. This is, yeah, it's possible. You can see some artifacts on the screen. Unfortunately, it's the sun that's interfering a little bit. Yeah, this is yeah, it's good. At least for me, it's enjoyable to play, because yeah, on the laptop everything feels a little bit smaller. If you blow this up to a larger screen, you may want higher resolution. But let's change the resolution and see if we can still play the game. So I will go back to Full HD and see if this and I don't change any other settings, just the resolution. So let's go back, continue. So as you can see, we have yeah, 50 frames per second, 50, 55, and sometimes up to close to 60 frames per second. So yeah, I think this is also, that's not a big difference in frame count from the lower resolution to this to Full HD. So yeah, that's good, I think, and maybe we can crank up the graphic settings a little bit more. So let's change the setting to normal settings and Full HD. This is may be too much for this graphic card to keep up with the frame counts, but yeah, let's continue. So here you can see we have still 46 frames per second. You can see I'm really bad on shooting with the arrow. So I'm no bowman, as to say. So see, still high 40s and sometimes up to 50 frames per second. I think it's quite amazing that you can play this game on these settings. It's yeah, I thought it was impossible. You can see in my earlier videos I had laptops and using an Razer Core as a graphic amplifier, and in those cases, some cases I couldn't get I got better results, of course, but with when I had the 1070 graphic card and the Razer Core, it was yeah, it wasn't that good. So what do you think about this laptop? Is it a laptop for gaming? I think yeah, mostly. I think there are some games that this is not useful at, but games like this, I think yeah, it's quite good, even if it's you have to play on lower settings. I would really appreciate if you give me a thumbs up if you find it useful, and subscribe to the channel if you like what you see. So that was all for this time. Thank you very much for watching. See you in the next video. Bye bye.